Hello and welcome back to our KSP Career, and in today's episode we will be doing on lots small changes that needed to be done. So first of them is our Minmus surveyor, Minmus orbital scanner, and the purpose of this is to go do multiple measurements, irradiance scan, soil moisture, light, mites, material study, materials go, and RPWS. So as said, that one is supposed to do a lot of experiments and then come back and land back on Kerbal. So that's the whole idea, and as you can tell, I'm actually trying to evaluate how do I do the soil moisture scan, because it's time that we do that one. And once we have done that one, then we will be able, so it has to be space low. So we are lowering our periapsis to be significantly lower, that we enter the Minmus in space low situation, and then we shall be performing all the necessary measurements that we need to do. There we go. Perfect. So I think 15 will be enough to get in space low. I don't really care how much we get. We have here the Kerbal engineer that will tell us. As you can tell on the right hand side, we have altitude, terrain, and everything. And now, as you can see, with the 16 kilometers above surface, we are in space low. Great. Then we will be burning orbit retrograde to lower our periapsis, and as you can tell, soil moisture scan, it's gonna take a whooping 89 days and 5 hours. Good golly, Miss Molly. Oh boy. Okay, and I thought that I would be wrapping this one up quickly. Yeah, go figure. Alright, so I guess it will be just once again abandonware, which means I will need to wait 89 days until this is done. Let's hope I don't forget it. Alright, that being said, I have lots of craft that I'm actually building. Relays, you know, the ones that we tested, the mega deployer that's supposed to go to Eve. Even some, yeah. So two high-res ScanSet scanners, and the relay going to Duna, of course. I'm gonna spare you the time warp to do all of those, and let's see if we can do stuff in the meantime. Okay, world first. Scientific data from Sun. Okay, well. Given that this is a lot of, you know, small updates, I think I'm gonna make this a rather shorty episode, but I'll probably post more episodes this week just to compensate you guys, because I know you like this KSP stuff and I'm enjoying making it, so... But this was all sort of almost like an update episode, if you will. Okay, so we want to go and take on the mission to explore the moon with a probe, because, well, we need to make some small adjustments. And so we're taking our Minmus craft, the one that we have basically successfully launched and retrieved in the previous episodes. So right now I'm just putting on and seeing how much delta V do I need. 4,100. I don't need that much for moon, I guess. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put in just a bigger tank. Shall I just put this one, for example? Maybe that would just suffice, huh? 3,808. Although I'm a little bit worried, it's gonna be a little bit flippy. Should I be putting maybe a smaller tank? It's too high. I'm thinking of putting this tank rather. Yeah, see? Alright, now I'm gonna move everything over here. I want it to be shorter, because if it's too long, it's gonna flip. I mean, it's moon after all, and there are a lot of uneven surfaces, so, you know, slopes and stuff. So I'm thinking if I make something like this, I can make it a little bit more stubby, and ultimately, I guess, a little bit more robust. And it's still good enough amount of thrust to weight and delta V, so let's build a fairing for that one. Just wrap it up and we're good. Alright, that's it, and then I'm just queuing it. I'm not gonna test it, it's Moon Robotic Lander. We're just gonna queue it for production. We really don't need to test it. I mean, alright. The purpose of that one is, of course, grinding money. Then we have science data from surface of Minmus. We have some Minmus craft that could actually send us. that we could actually, utilize to send some scientific data. This is me just hunting for cheap contracts. And guys, if you ran out of money or if you ran out of science, which I have run out of both, then you can take just, I don't know, temperature scan, do a forced run. And the moment you do this, as you can tell, the contract has been complete and we get 63,000 Kerbucks. Yeah, amazing, right? I know. So as you can see, this says material study, mystery goo. This is one way we return it. We cannot submit those two, so those two we have to return. All right. Now let's build a craft to get a Kerbal to space, because there is another contract which popped up. I don't know why. We already had Kerbals, I mean, even on space stations, but since this is a career and I have to do the contract, we had to actually get the Kerbal to space, not to orbit, space, the final frontier and all that stuff. All right, so I'm gonna just make some, I don't know, let's make it as simple as possible. I'm not gonna do anything complex. Where's my swivel? There we go. 4 pins, I think that's good enough. Kerbal in space, yes. I'm not gonna even bother testing it. Okay, 3, 2, 1, engage everything, and we are good to go. The whole purpose of this shenanigan is to get our Catherine over 770 kilometers altitude. So, like I said, extremely simplistic. I'm wondering why even this mission popped up. It could be because I uninstalled what is it called? The remote tech, and that's why I'm starting to get these probes. I have no idea why. However, it's there. It's a cash opportunity. It's a cash grab. So might as well do it. There we go. Our apoapsis is climbing. The goal is just to get it above 70k, and then we are good. How are you doing, Catherine? It's been a while. I've been focusing on probes lately. I feel like I've been neglecting my Kerbonauts. After all, this is their story. They should be participating too, so... yeah, as soon as we get our probes a little bit more science and we manage to get a little bit more, more habitats and stuff, we are gonna starting to do longer missions, for sure. Kerbal in space, and we have a solar storm. Of course we do. Fortunately, we are not gonna go above the Kerman line, so... crew capacity, vessel complete, contract complete. So, note one thing. They did say, get the Kerbal in space. They said nothing about returning the Kerbal, right? You see where I'm going with this, right? Alright. No, just kidding. Catherine will be hopefully safe. I mean, there's no reason why she shouldn't be safe. It's just a, suborbital flight after all. It's almost like, what they do with the Blue Origin. They pop people above 70,000 and then call them an astronauts. Yeah, right. They give them the, the astronaut wings. I don't know. I'm a little bit hesitant to do that. After all, these astronaut wings were a pinnacle of putting, hours and hours of training and everything else, and I don't really feel right about that, but they should get some achievement, and they're tourists. And, let me know what you think in the comments below. Anyway, recovering Catherine, and that's it.